California's Gold is produced in association with KCET Los Angeles and is seen statewide on California Public Television. This series is endorsed by the California Teachers Association, the California School Boards Association, and the California Library Association. Hello everybody, I'm Huell Hauser, and today I'm in kind of a dog mood. Now this started last night when I was going through an old family photo album and came across some snapshots taken years ago when I was a small boy growing up in a small town in Tennessee. And I came across some wonderful pictures that I had made with some of my first dogs. Now this first picture we're looking at is literally my first dog. His name was Hey Boy. And he was my pet, my companion, my best friend for a number of years. And then this next picture we look at, his name was Prince. He was my second dog. And in fact, my sister and I had, I don't know how many dogs we had growing up, but there was always a dog in the Hauser family. We were a Hauser dog family. We loved dogs, and I still do. And this has all kind of got me in the mood looking at these snapshots for where we are today. Because if you like dogs, you've come to the right place. We are in Arcadia at the annual Bassett Hound picnic. And what we're going to do today is spend the day visiting with Bassett Hounds and their owners. And I think that we are in for a treat. Now we're right in the... Who's in charge around here? Are you the judge?
I'm one of them.
Are you the judge?
It's Huell.
What's happening over here?
I watch you all the time.
What's happening?
Elvis, last year's winner.
Elvis.
Elvis Sklar.
Uh-huh.
He won last year for longest ears.
Oh, so this is the longest ears contest.
We're hoping to win
again. Well, let's hold
again.
his ears out.
Come here, E.
Oh my gosh.
They're pretty long.
And he won last year. Now, who's his competition?
This is his brother, Elliot.
Uh-huh.
This is
And how are Elliot's ears doing?
Well, Elliot's a little short, but competition is very good.
So this is just kind of getting him in
This is
training.
just getting ready for the big competition that's going to be happening.
How much do...
The obedience.
Yeah.
Now, these are long ears.
9.5 inches.
9.5 inch. Now, do you measure them from the end of one to the end of the other? How do you, oh my God.
From
How
the
do you
side
measure
of the head, I think, from right here.
So from here to here.
Yes.
Oh boy, look at these ears.
He could probably win the longest drool contest, too.
And here's a lady rubbing her dog's ears.
Trying to make them grow longer.
Do they like to have their ears rubbed?
She does, yeah.
And that doesn't hurt them at all?
No, not at all.
Oh wow,
She's
look
in
at that
seventh heaven.
face. Look at this face, Louie.
She has pink toenails
Oh, look at that.
too. Say hello.
Oh boy. Here's some ears. Here's some ears.
Yeah, these are definite ears.
These are ears. Now, don't these ears kind of get in the way sometimes?
Oh, sure. He's always tripping over them, and he's always stepping on them, and they're always full of drool and mud, you name it.
So what is the advantage of a Bassett having these ears?
Supposedly, it's to gather the scent in. As they're walking along, the scent is gathered in by the ears and all the folds of the skin.
Really?
Yes.
So there is a reason why they have these ears?
Absolutely.
But on balance, do you think it turns out better or worse for you as a pet owner to have for him to have these ears?
A little extra cleaning, but they're very cute.
Well, this ear is wet. Now, why is it so wet?
Dragging it in the grass, and every now and then a little drool winds up on there.
Thank you very much. What's your dog's name?
Shade.
Shade. Now, how do you do it?
The way we measure ears is we pull that ear as far as we can out, put it up against their head, and flatten the ear out. So he's got 11 inches.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a big ear.
I think so. I love him. I love his ears.
Really?
Yes.
So ears to you are one of the attractions of these dogs.
Yes, definitely.
Why is that?
I don't know. They're just, I think they really sculpt the face.
and give it that really sad look.
Yeah.
And the longer the ear, I think the more sad they look.
Well, your dog then should be pretty sad.
But he isn't. He's a pretty happy dog.
Now, pull those ears out one more time for us.
Okay.
Give us a full ear
All
shot.
right, Raider. Come here, Raid.
Oh my gosh. Looks like he's going to take off.
Plus, the ears are supposed to cup the ground when they are hunting, so they trap the scent. That's
We
the
heard
purpose
about
of,
the
that's
scent.
The purpose of the length of the ears.
But we also heard that they're messy too.
Very messy. They're always dirty. Look at that.
Boy, this is a mess over here.
That's
They've
Nora.
just got a lot of skin up here,
Yes,
don't
they do.
Why do they? Yeah, because you need
You need a.
you need this. What is all this drool about on these animals?
It's their jowls.
Uh-huh.
It's the jowls.
They
And
just fill up with drool.
You got it. That's what they do.
I don't know whether that's one of the more attractive traits of a Bassett or not. I guess you just get
live
used
with
to it.
You live with it. You love them. You live with it. You just accept it. That's
Yeah.
just the way they are. And we love them. Yes, we do.
Now we're in the saddest face contest. The saddest face. All right, Louis, let's get around here and get a look at this sad face. Now this is a pretty sad face.
It's a very sad, and it gets sadder too. You go.
Oh my God. Now let's get around, bring your dog around, and let's get a look at this sad face.
Look at the man over there.
Oh yeah, that's a sad face.
He's sad, but he's a happy puppy.
Well, now
It's just
how do you know the difference between when your dog is sad and when he's happy?
It's the eyes when he looks at you, and he does this special. I need attention. Then you know it's a sad. But when he's got that smile and the eyes are popping, then he's a happy dog.
Yeah. Now, I just finished getting a handful of his drool.
That's common around Bassets. Very common.
Somebody gave me a towel.
That's a good move.
Do you-
Anywhere around these guys, you have drool is everywhere.
Do they always drool?
It never stops. It never stops with these guys. The drool is part of the dog.
You just have to accept it.
Exactly. And Newton's very good, well known for drooling all over the place.
And I think your dog, I don't know about the saddest face, but he's got the most drool so far. Do they have a drooliest dog contest?
Well, if they do, we'll enter it.
Boy, oh my God. Oh.
Watch out.
What is your name?
I'm Rick.
And
Rick
what is
Garcia.
your dog's name?
This is Newton.
Newton.
If
If you see Newton, have a towel with you at all times.
All the time. Because he's a drooler. It's a happy drooler, Newton. Good boy.
Oh, look at that face.
She's been the incumbent for 2 years now, so this
Oh,
is her-
she's won the saddest face
for 2
contest.
years now. She definitely has got a sad face.
Oh my, that's the saddest face I've ever seen. It looks sad when you get it all the skin off.
Yeah, the idea there is you've got all the goop and the wrinkles that hang over.
Uh-huh.
All the truth is she's probably about the happiest Bassett around.
But you can't tell, can you?
No, kind of the point of it, right?
How do you know when they're happy and when they're sad?
Well, when you're around them, you get to know their personalities well. They let you know. Just they move their eyebrows around. They'll kind of wrinkle their eyebrows when they're watching you.
God.
And of course their tail.
And she's won it 2 years in a row.
Yeah, the last 2 years. Right.
Well, good luck.
Thank you.
Although I think, looking at this one, you may be giving everybody a run for your money with your dog.
Well, I certainly hope so. Although she has no reason to be sad.
Well, I know, but look at that face and look at those ears.
Major ears, major face, and you're seeing here the full range of Bassett emotion.
What do you mean?
This is happy, this is sad, this is hungry, this is sleepy, this is the whole thing.
They never change their look.
She's very consistent. Just a sweet, lovable hound dog all the time, aren't you, Molly? With breakfast on your ears. Come on, work on those wrinkles. Come on.
Oh,
Show us
boy.
some skin. That's an important accessory also.
I'm learning. I'm learning.
I carry several towels with me in the car every time we go somewhere.
Well, I don't want to do a whole show just about how much they drool, but this is a big part of Bassett existence, isn't it?
You have to learn to love it if you're going to put up with the dog. There's no choice.
Yeah.
If you can't go in there and find real joy occasionally in having a gob of Bassett drool hit the ceiling fan once in a while, you shouldn't have one of these dogs.
Oh boy. Now he's got oh my gosh. He is completely drenched underneath there. He's got all of this stuff, the skin underneath here.
Mm-hmm. He's got an extra coat. We said we can fit somebody else in here. There's actually 2 dogs here.
Now here's a lady petting her Bassets. Well, wait a minute, you've got a Bassett on your shirt.
Yes, I do. I love them.
Now what is when you say you love them, tell us, get us hooked on Bassets.
Well, first of all, they're the sweetest little things you could ever have. He's trying to come out of the fence and say hello to you.
Mm-hmm.
They're easy to care for. They're easy to love because they're so lovable.
Mm-hmm.
He's a lap dog.
Mm-hmm.
He's 65 pounds of fun.
Now that's pretty big for a lap dog, don't you?
Well, you know, he curls up and he's kind of sweet when he's snoring there quietly in your lap.
And how did you get hooked on Bassets? When did you get your first Bassett?
Actually, I got my first Bassett April of last year.
Oh, so you're a new convert to the Bassett.
Yes, and I got it because my aunt in Tennessee was looking for one.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't find one there and said, look for me one in California. And well, she never got a Bassett, but I got 2.
And this is your family over here?
Yes, that's my mother, Jessie. And her
So you had to get into this Bassett thing with your daughter?
Oh, yes, I'm the grandmother.
Of the dog?
Of the dogs.
Well, come over. Let's go visit your grandchildren over here. How do you take care of them?
Oh, they're very easy to take care of. They're a lot of company. They keep me company, but they keep me busy.
Now, how do they keep you busy?
Oh, well, you see, they're mostly inside in the house. So I have to, a certain time I let them go out, and a certain time I bring them in. So I have to be on a strict schedule.
Are they clean inside?
Oh, yes. In my house, yes.
Yeah, they don't make a mess?
No. Mm-mm.
They're housebroken right off the bat?
They're not right off the bat, but they are.
Easily housebroken.
Easily housebroken.
And look what I've got. You all know what this is for, don't you?
Yeah. I have one. You've been kissed by a Bassett today.
Yeah.
You've been kissed.
Which is one of those experiences you never forget.
Right, especially if you're asleep when they do it.
Really? Now we're visiting with the Foster family. Mm-hmm. You are a Bassett family.
Yes, we are.
Now, explain to us what a Bassett family is.
A Bassett family is a family that's indicative to one breed, and you pretty much have one for life. We've always had a Bassett. We just had to put one down. We had for 14 years.
Had to put him to sleep because he was getting...
Yes, getting too old, and just... So now we got a replacement. This is Floyd. He's 4 months old.
Floyd?
Yes, Floyd's his name.
Now, how did you come up with the name? Why are you laughing?
It's my grandpa's name.
Oh, it was. So you named your Bassett after your grandfather.
Yeah, so they're both gone, so they don't know.
Now, how long were you without a Bassett before you got Floyd?
Not long, maybe a month.
That's
It didn't take us long. We were looking in the papers and checking out the pet shops immediately.
So
there was a real void when when Charlie, that was the deceased dog, when he's gone, there was a real void, and we wanted to get another Bassett right away.
Now, I don't know whose dog this is. We can't find an owner anywhere around, but this dog is definitely... Oh, she wants to be rubbed. Oh, yeah. Now, you're shifting your dog's legs around.
I'm going to stack her for show position.
Stack her?
That's what it's called. When you stack them, you put them in a show position so that the judge can go over them and look at their top line. They look at their lay back in their shoulders. They look at their head, their tail carriage. And you basically do it, you pick up your dog.
You just stacked your dog.
I'm going to bring her feet back so that she can show off her shoulder and her front end. And then we're going to shift her back legs so that she shows off her angulation in her back legs. And here she is.
Oh, wow.
And her name's Willie. And
Now she's just standing there.
She's just standing there. Yeah, we start training them when they're about 3 to 4 months. We start working with them.
She's standing on her tiptoes back here.
Yeah, we want to show the angulation. A Bassett's supposed to have a 7 back here. And that's a good dog.
Look at this, Louie. There's a 7 right here.
Yeah.
And the tail goes up.
The tail goes up in a hound fashion. And they were bred to have their tail up so that when they chase bunnies in the field, you could see their tails in the bush.
Really?
And that's the whole point of having their tail straight up.
And this one doesn't get distracted.
No, she's really pretty good about showing. She really likes the ring, and you know, she has her head up, and she has a really nice disposition in the ring. She loves people, so, and she's been known to lick judges on occasion. So she likes giving kisses to the judges, and the judge will come over her, and you know, he'll check her bite to make sure she has pretty teeth. And he'll check her front because these dogs are supposed to have a big sternum, and check her shoulders, and you know, and they'll kind of go over her and check her rear and make sure it's not too close or too wide, and that basically she's in proportion. She's supposed to have her shoulders supposed to be in proportion with her rear and kind of have an hourglass figure. It's kind of what they're supposed to do.
Wow, you've really brought us up to speed on this. I've never looked at a Bassett and seen all this kind of stuff before.
And of course there's the goop, you know, the slobber. That's always a thing. Yeah, there's all the goop in there. So, you want to try stacking her?
Yeah, here,
right.
hold the mic. Now,
Sure.
how do I do this?
All right, you want to just kind of get her front and pick her up from her back. Yeah. Pick her up from up front. There you go, and just hold onto her head. You want to get on that side of her. Hold onto her head, and you want to bring this foot back, and then the other foot, and she'll stay for you. And then you want to bring her back legs back. And then the other one. And then you want to hold her tail up. And there you go. Huh? All set. You ready for the show ring? You just stacked the dog.
A man and his dog.
Absolutely. He's the best little guy. His name's Chester. And we rescued him.
Oh, what do you mean rescued him?
We picked him up at a Bassett Hound pound. And he slobbers a lot, which is good for Bassett. But he's a real good guy, and he loves children. And he's got a wife at home. It's a mixed marriage, so we didn't bring her here.
'Cause only Bassets are supposed to be here today.
Only Bassett's supposed to be here. That's right. So this is his day. Once a year we come here, and he gets to see people, and maybe he's got a couple brothers and sisters here. You never know.
Now look how you're rubbing his throat there.
Yeah, he loves that. He's got a couple spots here. If you get him good, he'll start kicking his leg, and he's a real hound dog.
So you spend a lot of time just hanging out with this dog, don't you?
Absolutely. That's why you get a Bassett, because they love people, and they love hanging out and going for walks and just licking you and loving you, and that's what it's all about.
Yeah, you don't ask too much of them. They don't ask too much of you. You just hang together.
He just wants food, place to rest, and someone to rub his belly.
You got a spot.
Oh, look at his leg going.
Her. Emily.
Now here's another one of these huge dogs in somebody's lap.
Yep, 12 years old. We rescued him a couple years ago.
Boy, a lot of these dogs were rescued, weren't they?
Yeah, I don't know why some people just, can't keep them for some reason. He was 3 days from being put down, so
really,
we really hustled to get him.
And now I can tell he's spoiled rotten.
Yep. His brother takes to him, and he seems to like it.
Yeah.
And he's comfortable.
So he just gets up in your lap.
Yeah. He's a real lap dog. He'll sit at the bottom of the bed, bark, pick me up, sleep with us just like a person.
Really? What do you mean, he jumps in your bed at night?
No, he'll come up the stairs, he'll sit down at the bottom of the bed, and he'll just start barking until you pick him up and put him in the bed. And then he snuggles up next to my wife, right on the pillow.
Did you know you were getting this when you married this guy?
Well,
no, I didn't. But I don't mind. I love the dogs. They're great. We bought a big bed so that we could get the dogs and all of us in bed.
How many dogs are in bed with you every night?
Well, usually just this one, but we do have another one right here. So,
over here?
Yeah.
So won't be long.
No, he'll join.
Oh my gosh. And where does he sleep? Does he put his head like right up on your shoulder?
He crawls right up in here, and I put my arm around him, and he just puts his head on my shoulder.
Oh my
And he
gosh.
stays there all night.
Without moving?
Without moving.
Does he snore?
Yes.
Does he drool?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. And he makes a big mess, and oh well, he just changed the sheets.
We've got rags stashed all over the house so we can wipe them off because they drool all the time.
Well, it's your lifestyle.
Yeah, I love them, so they're my children.
Yeah. Look at this face. Look at this little puppy. Oh, look.
My turn.
Oh, you want to hold her?
I want to hold her. La, la, Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Rocky. Good.
They're already going. Yours is already howling.
Yeah, Stanley.
Come on.
All right, here goes number one here. What are you going to do? You got a tape recorder.
Yep. Listen, Bosco.
That's a great howl, yeah! That's a good howl. That's the strangest thing I've ever seen in my life. Oh, that's wonderful.
A, B, and C.
A, B, and C. This is serious business. Who is going to win the howling contest at this year's Bassett Hound Picnic? Boy, this is going to be a tough one. So the trio wins. All of this.
Number 2 should have won, I think.
You think number 2 should have won?
I think he did beautifully.
Well, let's go talk with number 2. Everybody thinks you should have won.
Yeah, I know. That's what everybody usually says. Last year they said the same thing.
And how did he finish last year?
I think he didn't finish. He didn't place for some
Really?
reason.
Let's do this one more time. What is this? What is he listening to?
It's the beginning of a U2 song.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know if it's just the pitch that's in the song because it's not the volume because I have it on low. And he just one day he was on the stairwell and I had it on, and all of a sudden I heard this howl, and I'm like, where's that coming from? And I'm looking, he's on a stairwell just going to town.
Well, let's get our winners. Come around here behind, because they think you should have won.
Really? Well,
they're the winners. You're the second place.
Good though, you know.
And well, they did well, but let's turn this U2 thing on, and this is the way we're going to end our program here from the Bassett Hound Picnic. We've had a wonderful time. These Bassett Hound owners are quite a bunch. I don't know about the dogs, but the owners are a bunch. Here we go. Let's go out with a howl.
You want to go?
Little U2. Now, this is definitely not your regular dog show.
Oh, no way, no way. No way.
How would you describe this bedlam here?
Well, hey, we're all having a good time. That's the important thing.
Yeah.
That's the big thing.
And what is it that separates Bassett owners from other dog owners? Because I get the feeling there is a little difference here.
Well, I think it's due to the nature of the dogs. The dogs have such a good temperament, and they all get along so well. You don't see a dog fight or anything else. And I don't think there's any other breed that you could put together as well as you can this.
Yeah.
That's the big thing.
And is it the look on their face? Is it their ears? Is it all that extra skin that scrooches over?
Everything.
Oh, look, they're all going. Look. They're all going. Well, hello everybody, I'm Huell Hauser, and if you enjoyed this adventure and would like to see it again or share it with family or friends, all you have to do is call 1-800-266-5727, and we'll be glad to send it to you right away. Well, hello everybody, I'm Huell Hauser, and for those of you who want to share our California adventures with family and friends who live out of state, well, you can send them to our website at www.calgold.com, where they'll find a link to iTunes and an ever-increasing number of episodes they can watch for free. We're taking California's gold worldwide on the web.